This is a Global News special presentation.
I'm just chomping at the bit to get going, and what I need, though, is a cooperative council.
The last 4 years under Kennedy Stewart have been marked by missed opportunities, division, and combativeness.
Vote with your heart, and don't be afraid to try someone new.
I'm sincerely hoping we're going to have a change.
There is no other council anywhere in Canada, or I would say North America, that has achieved what we have in the last 4 years.
This mayor is out of control. He is spending out of control, and that is irresponsible.
It was our responsibility. It's every individual's right to vote, and it's important.
We have a lot of opportunities ahead of us, but we really need somebody in the chair who has some experience.
We haven't been governing at City Hall. What we've been doing is politicking.
Good evening, and thank you very much for being with us for our special coverage of BC's municipal elections. Candidates have been hard at work in 162 municipalities across the province, trying to convince you they are the best people to represent you in your city halls and your school board offices.
And let's see if they managed to do just that. Now you have had your say. The polls are closed with the exception of one, and we'll tell you about that in a moment. The votes are being counted, and you can count on us to bring you all the results and analysis from around BC, wherever you're watching and listening from tonight. This is Decision 2022. We have reporters joining us from party headquarters to bring you the latest from the campaigns as this evening in Vancouver. Sarah McDonald is at Kennedy Stewart's Forward Together headquarters. And Matagahi will be spending the evening with Ken Sims, ABC Vancouver.
In Surrey, Kamal Kuramali is with Doug McCallum's Safe Surrey Coalition. And Janet Brown is joining us tonight at Brenda Locke's Surrey Connect headquarters.
Kylie Stanton is in Victoria as BC's capital gets ready to elect a new mayor. Travis Prasad is in Langley, keeping a close eye on tight races in both the township and the city. And Grace Key is ready to report from across Metro Vancouver to follow the results as they come in.
And as always, our Legislative Bureau Chief, Keith Baldry, is with us on election night, this time from the legislature in Victoria. Keith, great to have you with us. What will you be watching tonight?
Well, the obvious ones, of course, are what's going on in Surrey and Vancouver. Very dramatic mayoral races, but also council races. The two largest cities have some compelling drama ahead of them tonight. Also here in Victoria, brand new council with the exception of one councillor, just wiping the slate clean, so to speak, and a new mayor as well. And again, we're going to have probably at least a half dozen new mayors in Metro Vancouver. And what I'm going to be looking for is, in talking to some MLAs who detect a crankiness out there amongst the voters in a number of areas in BC. And we'll see if that translates into people wanting change and perhaps taking it out on the incumbents who usually fare better at the municipal level because the voter turnout is so low. I have to tell you, though, I live next to a polling station all day long. There's been just a continuous long lineup. I didn't see that in previous elections, so something tells me change could be afoot tonight.
Voters seem to be motivated, no doubt about it. Whether that's for one thing or the other, who knows? But thanks very much, Keith. We'll check in.
We actually do have our first results coming in from the eastern part of the province, Fernie, and I believe that the race for mayor may have already been decided. We are calling it Nick Milligan defeating the incumbent Ange Qualitza, 69% of the vote there to Ange Qualitza's 31%. So a pretty big victory in Fernie for Mr. Milligan.
Rare that is a result that we're getting already, but they are in a different time zone, so it came in a lot quicker. But is that going to be, who knows, is that going to be a sign of things to come for other incumbents who are facing very, very close, very tight battles?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I think there's a lot of nervousness among some incumbents right now because, again, we're in a different stage of the pandemic. The 2020 provincial election, we were still sort of clinging to government in a way, and that's why the NDP had a big majority. Now we're less dependent on government, and that may be bad news for some sitting councillors or mayors. But who knows? We'll see. But I do think turnout is probably going to be higher than it was last time.
All right. Richard Zussman is with us tonight as well, bringing us results as they come in. One place we